Hi students, let's revise the chapter factors and multiples. So in this video we are going to do that. So here there are certain points that we learned from this chapter. Let's go through every points. So here the first point is we have discussed multiples, divisors, factors. We have learned about multiples, divisors, factors, and have seen how to identify factors and multiples. So these are the things we learned, and we have discussed the following, these points. See these points. A factor of a number is an exact divisor of that number. Factor of a number is an exact divisor of a number, of that number. So if you take a factor of a number, that is an exact divisor. Exact divisor means that factor will completely divide this number. So see 35, if you take the factor of 35, 7 is a factor. It means 35 is completely divided by 7. That's why factors are called exact divisors. Next point is every number is a factor of itself and 1 is a factor of every number. This also we learned. Every number is a factor of itself and 1 is a factor of every number. Third point is every factor of a number is less than or equal to the given number. Every factor of a number, if you take the factor of any number, it will be less than or equal to that number. If you take the factor of 35, whatever factors you are getting, it will be less than 35 or equal to 35. Next, fourth point, every number is a multiple of each of its factors. Every number is a multiple of each of its factors. So every number is a multiple of each of its factors, which means if you take the factors of 35, then you will, among the factor you will get 7 is a factor, 5 is a factor, 1 is a factor, 35 is a factor. So every factor is every number is the factor of itself. That's what this saying. And the fifth one is every multiple of the number, every fifth point, every multiple of the given number is greater than or equal to that number. So multiple will be greater or equal to that number. Then every number is a multiple of itself. That also we learned. Now look at the next topic, this one. The number other than 1 with only factors, namely 1 and the number itself, is a prime number. So prime number means there will be only 2 factors and the factors will be, one is 1 and another one is the number itself. And the numbers that have more than 2 factors is called composite number, and 1 is not prime, not composite. 1 will not be in any of that. Next, look at the B. The number 2 is the smallest prime number and that is the only even prime number. Every prime number other than 2 is odd. So except 2, other prime numbers are odd numbers. C, point C, 2 numbers with only 1 as a common factor are called co-primes. So this one you did not learn. What are co-prime? Co-prime means 2 numbers. If you take see 2 numbers which is having common factor, there is no any common factor other than 1. For example, if you take 2 and 3, what is the factor of 2? 1 and 2. What is the factor of 3? 1 and 3. So do you see any common factor other than 1? No, there is no common factor other than 1. So we can call 2 and 3 as co-primes. They are co-primes. The same as 7 and 8. The same way 5 and 6. They are co-primes because its factor and its factor, among this factor and this factor, there is no any common factor. But if you take for example, if you take 8 and 6, are they co-prime? No, they are not co-prime, because what are the factors of 8? 1, 2, 4, 8. What are the factors of 6? 1, 2, 3, 6. See, other than 1, 2 is common. 2 is common. So this cannot happen. Among co-primes, only 1 must be common. 1 factor must be common. That is 1. Any other number should not come as a common factor. Next point D, if a number is divisible by another number, then it is divisible by each of its factors of that number. It means if 20 is divisible by 10, isn't it? 20 is divisible by 10. If you divide 20 by 10, it is divisible. So if this number is divisible by this number, then this number is also divisible by the factors of this number. What are the factors of 10? 2 and 5. So if 20 is divisible by 10, then 20 is also divisible by 2 and 5, because when 20 is divisible by 10, the factors of 10, by that also 20 is divisible. That's what that point says. Next, let's come to these points. A divisibility by 2, 5, 10 can be seen by just last digit. We learned some divisibility rule, isn't it? Which numbers are divisible by which number? So divisibility by 2, 5, 10, how will you check? By seeing the last digit. If for 2, how will you check? If the last digit is even, then it is divisible by 2. For 5, the last digit should be 0 or 5. For 10, the last digit should be 0 only. So this is how we check with the 2, 5, 10. Then divisibility of 3 and 9 can be checked by finding the sum of the digit. For 3 and 9, how will you check? You need to add every digit and check. Then for 4 and 8, we need to check the last 2 and 3 digits. For 4, we will check last 2 digit. For 8, we will check last 3 digit. And for 11, we will check by comparing sum of digit in the odd place and even place. For example, 11, I'll tell you how to do. Now I am giving a number 2, 3, 4, 0, 5, 7, 8. Let's see this number, whether it is divisible by 11 or not. So what you will do is, take the odd number of places. See, this is the first, this is second, this is third, this is fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So this is odd, this is odd, this is odd, this is odd, because first, third, fifth, seventh is odd, and this is even, this is even, this is even, this is even. Now we will take the sum of odd digits. 2 plus 4, 6. 6 plus 7, 6 plus 7 is, 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 8, 19. Now let's take the sum of even places. 3 plus 0, 3, again plus 7, 10. So its sum is 10. Now this is the odd number of places sum, this is even number of places sum. Now we will find the difference of it. What is the difference of 19 and 10? 9 is the difference. Now if the difference is divisible by 11, then this number also is divisible by 11. Since the difference is 9, 9 is not divisible by 11, so this is not divisible by 11. If the difference is 0 also, it is divisible only. So this is how you check with 11. Next, let's see the fifth point. We have discovered that if two numbers are divisible by a number, then their sum and difference are also. Leave that point. Then we learned about highest common factor and also lowest common multiple. So these are the things we learned from this chapter. Please, you must know these things always with you. Thank you.